Welcome to the 66th episode of the Camp Fifi Uncensored podcast, The Power of Exchange. Who talks about that? And yet it's always happening. So pull up a chair, grab that coffee and cannoli, because we're about to talk for only a little over 10 minutes about what it's all about, and I'm excited to share. So here we go. The power of exchange is my topic this week. And I thought it was appropriate based upon the fact that it happens to be the last night of Hanukkah and Christmas. And the power of exchange, of giving gifts, of sharing love, of sharing moments of time together, of loss, of gain, of exchange. Exchange is something that is inevitable. Everything that we do together is an exchange of conversation, of not only gift giving, but energy. It's exchange of money, exchange of what we do in personal as well as in our careers. Again, exchange is inevitable. And by taking a moment to recognize the value of exchange, the value of sharing thoughts, the value of feeling emotions and being willing to be vulnerable, the value of this give and take. It's one of those things that we take for granted. That just is. And that isn't the case for everybody or in all people's lives. That this is a gift that we can't take for granted, that isn't always there, but is something that we learn to continue to manifest. And in taking the time to realize the value of exchange, the value of one another, the value of the shift of the why we do these things is really a healthy way to look towards this new year of how we create our happiness, how we create our courage, how we create our health and our wealth, how we create our wisdom, how we create our fortune of luck, and how we create our life's work, and how we as spiritual human beings get to process and believe, and how we as children start from the very beginning and exchange and connect and create relationships and grow and manifest, and how we as people going through life go through love and lovers and marriages and loss and conception, and all these things are part of being in this realm of exchange. So the reason why I just wanted to drop in and create this conversation is because we don't talk about the value of exchange. We think of it as, for instance, somebody said to me today how they were fortunate enough to get a home and create a mortgage. And one of the first things, and talked about how it was at an APR that was on a higher trajectory. And I had to say to them in reflection, hey, you were fortunate. You got into a home, and some people got in at that APR, almost 20 years ago. Some people got in double that over 30, 40 years ago. Some people, more recently may have gotten into less, but you have the power of shifting those things. That's part of exchange. There's things when we call creativity that is part of exchange, where an artist will create a painting or a sculpture, and it will shift other people's feelings, emotions, what they see, what stimulates them. That's part of exchange. Music is part of an exchange of creating these notes and this harmony and this expression that stimulates people through events, time, moments that stimulate their life and remembering where they are, what they want to create, that feeling and going forward in that moment. So those memories they want to attach to those sounds that align. That's an exchange. Children playing in a playground is an exchange. Our health and our wellness is an exchange of how our functionality is, how moving our body is an exchange of oxygen in and out, our muscles working in and out and holding us up. All these things are so subtle and so simple, but it's so magnanimous and so important in our life. The value of exchange on this day of giving, of this day of being light, of this day of miracles, of this day of gathering, of this day of expressing love, of this day of going out of your way to get from one place of a location to another, through snow, through rain, through sleet, through wind, through rain, through trains, cars, and planes, through or as they say, trains, planes, and automobiles, through all sorts of just whatever it takes to express one's love to another, getting to somebody before they take their last breath, before they go out after living a very short life or a long life. These are all exchanges of expression of one's love for one another. As this year wraps up, 2022, I just want to take a moment of why, again, I continue to share, why I created this platform, not the podcast platform, but the Camp Fifi Uncensored platform, because it's a way of exchanging energy and ideas. It's a way of hearing life stories. It's a way of connecting and creating conversation. It's a way of showing people's value, that they matter, that they're heard, that your being heard actually helps other people. Yes, of course, it can be entertaining, but it can also be extremely reflective and very insightful and hopefully inspirational. Exchange is not something like I'm here to win a competition. I'm not in competition with you. I'm not in competition with anybody. Matter of fact, competition to me is so shallow. It's so not worthy of what life is really all about, that for anybody who spends a lot of time spending their energy around how can they win something, I grew up winning plenty and I continue to win, but it doesn't make me who I am. It does not define who I am. What defines who I am is the amount of opportunities that I get to do doing this, meaning exchanging thoughts, connecting with others, and being able to bring people together around this campfire and exchange their hearts, exchange their life experiences, sharing the things that touch them, that may be of a teachable moment or maybe of an inspirational opportunity, and maybe something that can be really enlightening for others. And on this day, when we talk about miracles and we talk about birth of Christ, and we talk about miracles of light that led people out of slavery, and we talk about all the things that are relegated around religions and beliefs, let us just believe that us as energy and human beings around the world have the power to really reach out and exchange love, kindness, peace, healing, hope, wonderment, and all the things that are possible, because we are only here for as long as we're meant to be. And we have the power to do important things with one another by simply showing up and being willing to participate and exchange. So on that note, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, to exchange, to this incredible opportunity to share this energy with you and to share light, be of light, and be of love. Much love. Peace be with you. Bye for now. Who knew that exchange, especially during this time of year, had so many applications, am I right? And thank you so much for being a support of the Can't Be Uncensored podcast, where conversation and connection is everything to me. And we're discussing everything from soup to nuts, or what I like to say, from cannolis to egg in the holes. And don't forget the s'mores is also everything to me, because being curious by nature and connecting individuals to share, to teach, to inspire is, to me, our greatest bank account and our greatest form of exchange. Where the spirit is young, the soul is wise, and the life stories are vast. Continue to share, continue to join, continue to listen, and continue to participate. And from me to you, much love. Bye for now, and Happy New Year. Join us next year for our continued thoughts and processes on health and wellness, spirituality, mind connection, being an entrepreneur, expansion, all things that light us up. Can't wait. Ciao.